Happy Wednesday and happy new year. It is officially 2024. So we decided to start the year off right with a podcast from us, the Quirky Cast.
Woo! So excited to start this new year and see what it has to come.
Yeah, super excited. I don't have any plans that I can think of for this year. Like no travel trips yet.
Yeah, I'm going to Hawaii in June.
That's exciting.
I know. I'm so excited. Just bought my flight. Literally like 2 days ago. Oh, I can't wait.
I hope to plan another trip to Japan. That's like one of my goals for this year. I really, really, really want to go back so bad. So
yeah, I want to go too. Maybe like next year. Next spring. I'm down.
Like April for the cherry blossoms to bloom.
Yeah, I'm super down for that.
Since we did just celebrate New Year's Eve, did you do anything special? Anything fun?
I did not. Well, I kind of did. I went to Jamie's aunt's house. It was her birthday on New Year's Eve, so we just went over there and that's all we did.
Yeah, hung out. Same. We pretty much just thought we weren't gonna do anything. Like we were just like, oh, we're just gonna chill from home. But we did have some friends just came over, and so we just like sat, ate food, hung out, ran outside to see all the fireworks when it hit midnight. So
there were so many fireworks. It was insane. Like all night long.
For some reason in our neighborhood, there's like people who do fireworks in our neighborhood, so it like makes our house shake and stuff. I don't know, I'm always like, what are those noises? And then I run outside and they're fireworks, and I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Well, it's better that they're fireworks than something else.
I've always thought they were other things, and it would freak me out. And then I realized there was one time, actually very recently, I was making food in the kitchen and my whole house started shaking, and I thought it was either fireworks. I thought people were throwing fireworks at our house. Yeah. It was the earthquake. Our recent earthquake.
Wait, like the one that happened like 2 days ago?
It wasn't 2 days ago. It was like last week, I think.
Oh, okay.
Do we have another one? 2 days
Yeah, there
ago?
was like a 4 point something in like Palos Verdes.
Ooh, okay. I didn't know.
And there was a big 7.6, I think it was, in Japan.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And yeah, there's a few like influencers that I follow that were there, and they were like, so one of them said they slept through the whole thing, and I'm like, that's crazy. But yeah, because I saw videos of the floor like shaking and moving, and like the bricks coming out of places.
I saw that. That was wild.
Yeah. But the one that I'm talking about, like when I was cooking, I've always like felt the earthquakes a little bit, but this was the first time that I was like envisioning it. I felt like we were on a cliff and the cliff was falling over, and I felt like I was slanted and I was locking my knees like as if I was like falling down. Whoa. And like Luna was like jumping on the table, and she was like freaking out with me because we were like, what is happening? Yeah. It took me a second, and I looked at it. It was because the earthquake was literally in our city. Wow. It's never been in our city before.
Yeah, that's wild. That's crazy.
We're due for the big one, and I'm not ready for it.
Yeah, I'm not ready either. Well, in happier news, or I don't know, from last week's episode, we did the White Boy of the Month, and I said I will be wearing a special shirt this week, and here I am wearing my Edward Cullen shirt.
Aww. It's so cute. It's like the Y2K, like 2000 style, all his faces with his name in big font. Really cool.
Yeah, no, I love it. I got it for Christmas for my sister.
Ooh, I need to get a Jacob one now. We can match.
That would be so good.
Yeah,
I should have done that next week.
I wanted to bring up this topic on the podcast because I've seen so many debates and people talking about this all over TikTok. I feel like I have strong opinions. I feel like I always say this whenever I bring up anything, but there is a debate of people fighting over airplane seats and seeing whether we should be allowed to recline, or if there's rulings on reclining, or like what is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see if you have any opinions on this.
Yeah, that's tricky because I love to recline, but then when that person in front of you reclines, I think if everyone reclined at the same time, it would be good.
But then the thing is too, is that not everybody is like the same size or the same like tallness. Some people have very long legs, and if one person reclines, then it's like they have no space.
That is
in
true.
front of them.
And I have sat in the very last row once, where like you're up against the wall so you can't recline, and the person in front of me reclined, and I was like literally looking at their head the entire time.
Especially when you're trying to eat your food.
Yeah.
You can't even put your tray down. And it's like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
But we've never, I mean, I don't know about you, but I've never asked somebody to like, can you please not recline? Like, can you please get up? Like, I've never asked anybody, but it's always like when they recline, you're like, oh, like you're that type of person. Like, really. But what I wanted to bring up was that I have never reclined on an airplane.
Really?
I don't do it. In my mind, I would feel bad for the person behind me, but like, there's no reason to recline in my mind. I feel like there's no reason.
Well, I think it's more comfortable
Really?
recline. Because if you're just sitting up like this the entire time for like a 6-hour flight, or you could like lean back a little bit, you know? Because the seats are pretty much straight up. And like if you're going to sleep on the plane.
But like also car seats are like straight up and you can sleep in a car.
Yeah, but it's not that comfortable. I mean, either way, it's not comfortable. But
yeah. But so my take on the whole thing is I feel like nobody should be allowed to recline. I think they need to get rid of the reclining option. Like just rip that thing off the seats and so that nobody can recline at all.
Yeah.
Because I think that's where like the problems come in is that one person reclines, one person like gets stuck behind them. But so there's people saying that if they want to recline, they have the right to recline. And I'm like, that's so interesting. People are getting in fights and stuff about it on TikTok. And I'm like, I feel like nobody should recline at all. That would solve all problems.
But if they made that law, then I would follow it. But I'm going to recline my seat. But I usually don't go like all the way back. Like I'll kind of inch back a little bit and, you know, kind of like look around a little, maybe inch back a little bit more. But I think you can't even recline it that much.
There's sometimes I've seen people like with my brother, somebody reclined all the way on him and he can't even eat his food. And so what I was going to ask you, like if somebody taps you on the shoulder, be like, excuse me, can you like unrecline? What would you do then?
I would probably unrecline.
Yeah.
I would probably like bring it up a little bit, but like have it back just like a teeny weeny bit.
But also those people that are asking people to unrecline are also wild. Like that's kind of scary too.
But I do get like in your brother's case, if it was like that, I would probably be like, like imagine you have like a drink right there and they just go back. Like,
that's what's happened. I've had a drink like spilled a little bit, like shaked, because also when people recline, there's the difference between like also slowly going back, but some people crank it and go and just like crank it back, and I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I also have a thought that just brought up. What about people who take off their shoes on airplanes?
Okay, well, I have something to say because I usually wear my slides. So I usually take off my shoes.
Oh, okay.
But even when I wear like tennis shoes, I still take off my shoes. But like I feel like my feet don't stink that much.
I just bring that up because I know like Austin will take off his shoes, and we were in the movie theater the other day and he starts taking his shoes.
That's what I do. I take off my shoes at the movie theater. Well, once again, I usually wear slides, so like when you recline and you put your feet up, like my slides will like fall off, so they're usually on the ground anyways.
That's crazy. I don't know why. I just think that's like disgusting. I don't know.
But like you're wearing socks, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Teddie's that type of person, everybody.
I just want to get comfortable and relax. That's what I want. If I'm going to a movie, if I'm going on vacation, let me get comfortable.
I guess when you start taking the socks off, that's a whole nother deal.
Yeah, just like moving your feet all around the cushions and everything, and like the dirty airplane floor.
Dipping your foot in some popcorn. That's what I was thinking of.
Picking it up and eating it with your foot.
Clipping your toenails in the theater. Well, how do we go to the next topic after that one?
I don't know. I think we just gotta cut here and be like, okay, we're done. So speaking of controversial topics, since it's the new year, I wanted to ask you this. What do you think about New Year's resolutions?
Let me think on that one. No, I feel like every year, everybody hypes it up so much.
Yeah.
And you put on like this big pressure to pick whatever you want to do. If you don't want to eat sweets, like that's the thing too. Me being like, I'm gonna stop eating sweets for the whole year.
Yeah, no, that's wild.
Right.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that, you know you're not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. So why even bother even picking that in the first place?
Yeah.
I feel like we just put a bunch of pressure on deciding things that we want to do just to do it for maybe the month, if that.
Yeah.
And also like for that example, let's say like I'm gonna stop eating sweets for all of 2024. You're gonna go the first week of January, and then once you eat one sweet, you're like, oh, I ruined it.
Yeah.
Done for the year now.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna keep up with it. So it's like you gotta pick something. If you're gonna pick anything, which I think even picking something, already putting pressure on it as it is. But I feel like New Year's resolutions should be like realistic.
Yes.
I was trying to think of ones for myself this year because I just love thinking of like goals and stuff to do, but I wanted to make it very realistic. A goal for me this year is that I want to share my pictures and videos and stories in real time to be like as realistic as possible, because I save these posts and like videos and everything for months, for weeks, and by the time I post them, I'm just like, I'm over it at that time. And I want to just be more realistic. And if I'm out somewhere, I want to like post it and not save it and post it the next day. And then people are like, oh, you're here right now. Like, I don't know. Like I'll be at Disneyland, for example, but I'll take all my pictures on my phone and then I'll post it like the next like 3 days later, and people are like, oh, I'm here at Disney too, like you want to meet up? And I'm like, oh well, actually that was like 3 days ago. And it's just like, what's the point?
Yeah.
I should be able to just post it right on the app and just go from there, like if I want to post it at all. But that's what I do. I just save stuff and I just do it later. And I want to do everything in real time this year. I want to do everything like realistic and not even care about it, because I think that's also why I decide to save it for later, is because I want to make sure my caption's perfect. I want to make sure like whatever, like all that sort of stuff. And I feel like this year I just want to be raw and just not even care and just be like, oh, I made this video. Okay, let's post it. Let's put it up there. Like whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like putting less pressure on perfectionism is the goal for me this year.
Yeah. Like you can try to make something really good and like it, but you don't have to try too hard. You know, I do get that, like posting in real time, which I usually do. Like I'll post, we went to Disneyland or something, and then you post it like 3 days later.
Yeah. And I'm like, why do I do that? I don't know, but okay. Something we're working on this year. Do you have a resolution that you can think of for this year?
I have a lot of stuff to work on. But I feel like resolutions, like you said, they should be more realistic. I feel like they are very unrealistic. I feel like everyone's every year is like, oh, like lose weight or work out. And that's mine every year for like the past 10 years. But I don't know. I think goals are better. I don't know. I just feel like New Year's resolutions sound so stressful.
Yes.
Because it's like, oh no, gotta come up with my New Year's resolution. But if you just set like small goals, and it could even be like monthly goals. Could be a monthly resolution. Doesn't have to be for the entire year. Because looking out like 365 days, however many days there are, it's like, wow, I have to do this every single day for a year. Definitely also saving money. Ooh. That's one that I really need to focus on.
Same, honestly.
Not going out as much or eating out as much. But definitely, I think a good goal that goes along with saving money and getting healthy is making food at home more and just kind of like focusing on what goes into my body.
Yeah, I've always wanted to make food at home, and I'll do that. I'll go through little spurts. I just never love the things that I make. Yeah. And I always try to look like on videos of like, what can I make from home? And I feel like I go back and forth of like, I feel like me not eating meat is a little hard, but then also like you can find vegetarian things anywhere. Yeah. But whenever you look on TikTok for like recipes, everything's like grilled chicken and rice, and it's like I'm not gonna eat that. And then I don't want to just eat grilled veggies. Like I want something actually filling and like something yummy that I'm gonna like. So I just gotta be on the lookout for some recipes that I enjoy.
Yeah, I always look on Pinterest. I don't know if you ever look there.
I've never looked on Pinterest for food. Okay.
Because you could just type in like vegetarian dinners or something like that and see what it comes up with.
Well, like we said, it is January. It is the new year. And to start off with one little simple, easy, and fun goal, some may say fun. I think it's fun sometimes. Yeah. Is to declutter some things out of your life. Yes. And we're going to go into little topics and talk about the many ways you can declutter. We can go very easy ones like actually cleaning out your room or things, drawers, makeups, all that sort of stuff. But there's a little other like types of topics that we want to talk about to go in with that. So with that being said, do we have one to start us off with?
Okay, so one thing for me that gets kind of backed up and cluttered and all of that stuff is my car, especially my trunk. And I was going to do this before the new year because I was like, you know, I want everything to be clean, fresh start, but I didn't. So I need to do this. But my trunk, I don't even know what it has in there. I have like 5 pairs of shoes. I have some outfits. I have like, I don't even know, honestly. I open up my trunk and I'm like, oh my goodness. It stresses me out.
I will say I am the queen of collecting water bottles. Every time I hop in my car, even though I already have like 30 in there, I gotta bring a new one. Cause like those ones have been from like months ago. So I'm not gonna drink those waters. And so I just cleaned out my car. We did do a whole car wash and get our cars cleaned and stuff. But I took my trash can out and I was like 1 water bottle, 2 water bottle, 3 water bottle. I cleaned them all wild. Out. It's insane.
I don't even know the last time I had a water bottle. Because like I always just use like my Hydro Flask.
Yeah. I think also because we have like water bottle delivery service like to our house. Okay. We used to have the little filter where you can fill up your water, but we don't have that anymore. So now it's just water bottles. So that's even what I do for my Stanley. I empty my water bottles into my Stanley because how else am I supposed to get water? I don't know. I mean, we can buy like big jugs from the stores. Yeah.
Or you can get like a Brita.
That is true. Yeah. Never thought about that. I did actually see a video that the Britas don't actually work. Like somebody did their little filtering to see the filter water of the Brita, and then filter water of like their tap water, and the Brita was like worse than their tap water.
Wow.
And I was like, that's interesting.
Never mind. I don't know. I guess stick with your water bottle.
Yeah. No, I definitely should be more conscious and do something better.
But yeah, I think that is a good goal for me this year also, is to keep my car clean. And I always tell myself that every time I go to the car wash, I clean out my car and everything. I'm like, okay, no trash in here. My trunk is like my biggest goal, I feel like, now that I'm really thinking about it, because there's never room in my trunk. And people are like, oh, can I put this in your trunk? I'm like,
no.
there's no space in there. I'm sorry. I'm like, out of luck. Not in this car.
There are little mini car trash cans that you can probably buy. They're probably not expensive, to where you put your little like receipts, your little straw wrappers in there.
I usually just have like a old bag from something that I put my stuff in, but then I don't know. I just throw stuff in my car and then it just stays there.
Yeah.
I need to focus on that one.
Well, we will do it this year.
Yeah.
One thing that I think I definitely need to declutter, especially along with all of you, because I feel like most people don't do this. I need to declutter my camera roll.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about it.
Because people like us who love taking pictures, we don't just take one picture and call it a day. We will take, like, I will tell Teddie, I'm like, spam the button, please. Like, I have a minimum 1,000 pictures per outfit of things that we take, like whenever we take photos and stuff. And it's like, I just sort through them and I'll like favorite the ones that I like, but I don't delete them all afterwards. And we've gone to many places. We've traveled along like many places. And it's like, I want to save all these photos and I need to go back to 2019 and even just sort through all the videos and pictures that we've taken. But it's like, I just can't do it.
I have been trying to clean out my camera roll for years. A few months ago, I tried to like start doing it again. And I got from like whatever my camera roll starts at, I think it's like 2014. I got up to 2019, our Europe trip. And I got like halfway through our Europe trip, but it's just so hard because there's so much stuff.
It's like sentimental. It's like I can't do it.
Yeah. And I was talking to someone about this recently, and they were saying that they clean out their camera roll every month. Either like at the beginning of the month or the end of the month. They go through their camera roll of that last month and they delete all of the pictures that like they don't want.
That is such a fun goal.
Yeah.
I think I want to get to that point.
Yeah.
I need to do that.
See, I want to get to that point, but I feel like I have to get all of the years before and then I could start this.
And especially like for me posting TikTok videos all the time.
Yeah.
You have both so many videos to create this one video, and then you have the one video that you fully edited, and then when you post it on TikTok, it then saves the TikTok version's video. So it's like I have so many videos multiplied of the same thing on my camera roll from the years of posting, and it's like I need to just go and delete them all. There's no reason. If they're on TikTok, there's no reason for me to save them, but then there's something that deep down I feel like something may happen in this world like Vine did, and the app's just gonna disappear, and I'm not gonna have those videos to see ever again.
That's really true.
So that's why I'm like debating on, do I delete them all or do I save like my favorites? I don't know.
Or just get a hard drive specifically for your TikTok videos.
Yeah.
And just put them all on there.
But I guess that also is why people love like multi-posting, like posting on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Yeah. So it's like you at least have the video on different types of platforms.
That's true. I feel like I do that like with when I was making more like photography videos, I would post it on TikTok and on Instagram. So it's like both places.
Yeah, I tend to do that a lot. There's just that deep down fear that these social media apps may not be here forever.
And then we'll have to find something else to do. There's a lot of fears going into the new year. What's this year going to bring us? Something good, please.
We'll have a good year this year.
Yeah. I can feel it in my bones.
Yeah.
As we're crying, we're like, yeah. Okay, something more basic when you think about decluttering your life. I think this is the year of being minimal. Not, I know you're a maximalist, but you know, minimal as in let's only keep what we need.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
I feel like maximalism I love in the idea of things. Instead of wearing a plain black shirt, it's like I want to wear a colorful shirt with stripes on it.
Yeah.
Like I think of it like that, but I will gladly throw away anything and everything, or like get rid of anything and everything. I hate having clutter in my room.
Yeah. And I am just so ready to get rid of everything. But hopefully I'll be moving out this year and I will be able to start fresh and only take what I need to my new place and get rid of everything else. That's like all I want to do. Take what I need and see you later to everything else.
I can just like, I feel like I have so many different thoughts on this, like minimalism. There's a lot of people who love collecting little trinkets and things. And something I think about is like when we travel, I feel like every topic brings back to traveling. I'm sorry. There's people who like will see these little things and they're like, oh, I want to take this home. I want to collect this. I want to collect that. And I'm like, I don't want anything. Like the only thing I think I buy when I travel is little magnets to put on my fridge.
Yeah.
Just so it's there and I can see it. I'm like, oh, I've been there. Like, that's cool. I don't want these little things sitting on my tables. Like, I just don't want clutterness, I guess.
Yeah. I am that person that does want to buy all those little trinkets. And then I get home and I'm like, well, they've been sitting in the same bag since we got back from Europe.
Yeah, that's what it was. I collected postcards.
Yeah.
It's just been sitting in my drawer for no reason at all. Yeah. But like I said, with people collecting like trinkets, like I'll see videos of people just putting them cluttering all over their desks and their dressers, and it just hurts. I just can't do it.
Yeah. I do think also a good way to declutter, which I have talked about in the past, and I don't know, I'm just like on a real big like high on this, but is using like Depop or Poshmark and trying to get a little bit of money back for your clothes or whatever you're selling. And then whatever you just want to get rid of, just take it to Goodwill or somewhere and just give it away. But yeah, I just want to sell everything and get rid of everything.
Yeah.
And something that I talked about couple episodes ago, or I don't remember when it was, I talked about how I bought a Gucci bag that I have never used, and I bought it so I could have a white bag, and I've been trying to sell it for such a long time. I finally just sold it. Didn't get what I wanted for it, but it was still something. I still got a decent amount, but I sold it on Poshmark, and it's out of my life.
Yeah. And Poshmark takes, I think it's 20 or 30%. And that's why a good chunk of that money went to Poshmark. But
they took like, I think it was like $120.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. I'm like, that person paid so much and I got so little.
Yeah. But I mean, at least you got it sold.
I know.
It was maybe one of you viewers listening in.
I know. If it was you, comment down below. And you should have messaged me so then I could have sent it to you, and Poshmark wouldn't have taken a fee.
Going along with what you said of decluttering your stuff, and you were saying the idea of like selling stuff on Poshmark, Depop, I have a corner in my room that is dedicated specifically to clothes I do not want anymore or need, and then I'm hoping to sell. Okay. Have I listed any of those clothes that have been sitting there for probably 6 months? Absolutely not. So that's one thing that I need to do to declutter, is I need to actually like take the time and take the pictures of them, maybe do some try on photos, because some people like to see it like on and I need to post those. And that's what I'm telling myself. I just thought about it right now, because those have been sitting there for a while. Typically when I get rid of clothes, I'll go through my closet and I sort them. You have the giveaway, you have the selling ones, and then you have ones that you will take to like Plato's Closet or something. Yeah. There's ones that Plato's will not take. And then there's some you can sell for so much more. So, you know, I have them in little sorting piles. And I need to just do it. I need to get rid of it. Yeah. That's what I will be doing, hopefully this week.
Also, something else, this doesn't really go along with decluttering, but I just thought about my text messages, which you can kind of declutter your text messages. But I think a big goal for me is to, when I see the text, respond to the text.
That's a good one. Yeah. That's a great one.
Because I am the queen of, I see the text, I'm in the middle of something, I'll respond later. And later means in 5 days.
I also feel like, though, that could also be like a healthy thing sometimes, because some people are like, they'll see a text. Like me, if I see a text, I have my phone in my hand, I'm just gonna text right back right away. But then also, like, you don't have to do that. Like, I feel like there's the mindset of being like, okay, I'm not in the right mind space. Like, I don't want to do this right now. Like, oh, I don't want to think about what I have to respond right now, so I'm just gonna save it for another day. But then I guess that's another day turns into another week. Yeah. And then another month. And then not at all.
And then it stresses me out, because I'm like, oh my God, I haven't responded to them in 5 days.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they text me again. And I'm like, okay, I'll respond later.
Yeah. I think I'm just bringing it up right now. What I hate, what I like despise is the, sorry, I just saw this message. You did not just see this. Sorry, I just saw this. Like, unless it is, because there'll be times, I guess I have used that before. There'll be times when like I got a message and I quite literally did not see this.
Like somehow it just goes unnotified.
Yeah.
Or
well,
something.
sometimes it will say read. Like I read it a while ago. Like I'll be like I'm thinking of Zoe, for example. I will go to text her being like, just text her on a random day, and I'll see a message I did not even read that has already been read. And I'll be like, oh my God, like how did I miss this message? Like I'm so sorry. I just saw this.
I guess, that does happen sometimes, but it is funny when it's like, sorry, I just saw this a year later. That was a little sidetrack.
Yeah, that was a good one though. I think that's a like an important thing, I think.
Yeah.
To do.
I don't know. I guess, another big goal for me is to just like focus, like get done what you need to get done.
Yeah. I also wanted to bring up, because I'm the type of person that whenever I get an email or a text message or even any notification on my phone for any social media, I have to open it because I want to get rid of that little notification button. Like I want to get rid of, if it says I have 5 emails, I'm opening all 5 emails because I'm getting rid of it. I am so overwhelmed when I see people's phones and they have 1,000 emails.
Yeah. I will say emails and other apps, like stores and stuff like that, I do have to get rid of all the notifications, but my text message app and my calls, they're like
there.
Yeah. They're there.
That's what Austin's will be like. He'll have like 100 missed calls, and I'm like, please just tap on each one and just let him go. Like I want to see it gone. Like
do
it
you have
overwhelms
to tap on
me.
each one?
Yes.
Wow.
Or I think you can probably mass delete them all.
Okay.
But like that's if you want to delete them.
Yeah.
But he'll also have voicemails because he like buys and sells like cars and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so he has like calls, voicemails from random people. But it's like in the voicemails, you have to listen to them. You have to listen to the first like 5 or 10 seconds, and then the notification goes away. So it's like you have to sit there and listen, and then okay, next one.
Wow.
Listen. It's very overwhelming.
Yeah.
The next thing that I feel like I advocate for decluttering out of your life is social media. And I don't mean it as in like the apps itself. I feel like there's many different types of ways that people view social media. Some people like to view it for connecting with their friends and seeing like what their friends post and commenting and whatever with like their close-knit friends. I feel like I view social media in an inspirational way. And I will say I have decluttered my following lists of people that like I just don't connect with anymore, or people from my old schools that it's like I have not seen them in actual years, and I really have no interest in like keeping up. That's just the type of person I am. And I feel like a good way to just declutter your own mind and space is just to only be following the people that you want to see on social media, like the people who inspire you, the people who when you wake up and you go on Instagram and you're like, oh, like this is cool, like I like this. Because I feel like before I would just open up Instagram and I'm like, oh, like I don't want to see this, or it would put me in a bad mood, bad mind space. And I feel like that's something I've already done it, but I'm kind of putting it out there for any of you to do for yourself. If you're feeling some type of way going on social media, just make sure you're only following people that you actually enjoy.
I really get that. I think that if there are people that don't serve a purpose in your life anymore, I think it's just time to move on. And I feel like we all have those people that either it could be a toxic friendship, it could be just someone you haven't seen in years, and it's just not a mutual friendship anymore, you know?
And if you constantly are scrolling and you see a post of somebody and you're like, like I'm not even gonna like it, what is the point of following them if you are not going to like and comment on their picture? There is no point in following them. Because there's people who like hate follow, and I'm like, why? Like that doesn't serve you anything. You just get a negative feeling inside, and it's like there is absolutely no point. And so that's why like I love commenting on people's pictures and stuff. And so it's like that's why if I see a picture of somebody that I like, it's like obviously I'm gonna like and comment, give them engagement because I enjoyed this and I like this.
Maybe that's what I'll do today. Detox my Instagram.
Because
I feel like I do follow a bunch of people that either I used to be friends with or we just kind of grew apart, and they don't really serve a purpose in my life. So time to say bye-bye.
Later.
Silently though. Along with that topic, how do you feel about people following you? Because you know how you can remove followers? Like if there's someone where you're like, I don't want to follow them anymore. Will you remove them as a follower, or will you let them follow you still?
You know what? I don't care for like anybody can follow me. Like that doesn't bother me at all. And if I unfollow somebody because like I obviously like they're not inspiring me or anything, I guess I used to have an app to see people that like would unfollow you. I don't anymore. That's crazy.
I know. I used to check that like religiously.
That is crazy. And didn't we find out recently that somebody still uses like this app to this day. And I think that's absolutely insane. I feel like if you're in your 20s, there is no reason to even be looking at like this type of app anymore.
Yeah, like it honestly really doesn't even matter. I understand if it's like your best friend or something, they unfollow you, but it's like, why would your best friend do that?
Yeah.
But it is just kind of like, it seems very high school. You know, you're stuck in high school, stuck trying to see who's following you, who's unfollowing you, what the big deal is, the drama, all of that.
It does not affect me in any way. Like, I'll be like, okay, like I respect that, that's fine. I will say though that I could think about right now is that there is this influencer that we were mutual followers from the very beginning of TikTok. I absolutely loved her, was very inspired by her and appreciated her, and we would comment on each other's posts all the time. And one day I looked on her page just for funsies and I realized she was not following me anymore. And I was kind of heartbroken. I was like, that is so sad. Like, I wonder what I did. But then I guess if you look at it in my perspective, like, she's blown up. She has so many followers now. And I'm like, maybe she's just not inspired by my like stuff anymore. Like, maybe she had to do the little unfollow. But that was something that I looked at and I was like, that was the only time I've ever been like, wow, like I got unfollowed.
I don't know. I would do the same thing. Like if I saw that someone followed me and then they unfollowed me, I'd be like, what?
Oh, also I wanted to bring up, I was on Twitter, or I'm literally going to call it Twitter. I will never be calling it
I still haven't updated my phone, so it's still Twitter.
It was like the mutual followers. I was looking at somebody's page, and you know how it shows like you're also mutual followers with all the people that are following them? I forgot that Cody Simpson still follows me. I forgot that Ali Simpson still follows me. There's like a whole bunch of other people. There's like all these celebrities, and I was like, no way.
That's crazy.
I forgot that I used to work hard when I was in middle school, and I would spam tweet them and I would be like, please follow me, I love you so much, please follow me, I love you so much, it's my birthday, please say happy birthday, please follow me. And they all followed me.
Wow.
And I forgot that they still follow me. And I feel like if I were to look and see that they unfollowed me, I would be very heartbroken too.
Yeah. I think Cody Simpson follows me too. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I remember screenshotting it and posting that notification saying like, Cody Simpson just followed you on my Instagram.
Yeah.
I remember being so excited. That was like the thing back then.
I miss being that age and being a fangirl and all of that stuff. That was so fun. Just like staying up so late and like going on like Tumblr and like the good old days. And here we are in 2024. It's wild.
Yeah, it is
2024. Wild. I saw the date 2026 the other day and I was like, that is crazy.
It's gonna come in no time.
Like 2030, that's gonna be like,
wow.
Yeah, my eyes are watering right now. I'm so scared. I don't want to get old.
I always think every year, like, I don't believe it's the new year until I have to actually physically write the date.
Yeah.
And now that I'm not in school like anymore, there's no reason for me to ever write down anything.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking it was New Year's Eve and I was like, I need to go get a planner.
We talked about this.
But I used my planner.
I know. You're allowed. You are allowed to get a new one. Me, on the other hand, am cut off.
Yeah. Never again. I have one last little thing to say about what we were just talking about. The unfollowing people that don't serve us anymore. I wanted to say that, you know, the celebrities out there, they post some very unrealistic things. And I feel like sometimes it's hard to separate like their reality to your reality, you know? So I feel like that might also be a good thing to unfollow. You know, I'm still going to follow Kylie Jenner, but I know some people are like, they can't separate, like, they're like, oh, like, I need this to be my reality. And it's like, it's not going to happen unless you're a Kardashian. Yeah. You know?
You're not going to have 10,000 trees in your house snowing like a winter wonderland.
I saw that and I was like, why can't it snow in my backyard? Why can't I have a mansion like that and have it snow in Calabasas only at my house?
Crazy.
But yeah, so if you can't separate your realities, I suggest only following people that make your reality a reality.
reality. But yeah, like,
you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like how, like I was saying before, like people who really just inspire you.
Yeah.
If you want to be somebody who goes to the beach all the time, has a tan, like that sort of stuff, like that's your mood for this year, it's like, yeah, then maybe follow people who live in Hawaii or follow people who are like beachy girls or whatever, like something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you want to be a cool city girl, whatever, you can follow a bunch of New York influencers, just being inspired by the people that you follow.
Yeah. I will also say that just reminded me of another goal that I have for this year, or kind of a goal. I don't know. But I just want to be like Indiana, and I want to take cute videos and like post my outfits and do all that stuff. So I want to like try to branch out, do more of that, dress up more, you know, just like have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun with life when I don't do anything.
I love that. That's so cute. I mean, going off of that, I need to be more like my 2022 self too. Like, I look at I did that the other day. I literally went back and I looked at all my old TikToks and I was like, I cannot believe that I was that person. I was like, I want to be her again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's stopping me? Literally me laying in bed every day, not making any videos. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm the only person stopping myself. And I need to get back. Not that it's like a grind, but I want to get back onto being like creative and doing all that.
I get that.
That's what I will be this year.
Yeah. It's going to be a year from now. We're like, so
yeah,
we did nothing. Another thing that I have that I think is very important for decluttering, especially just in my case, this might not be for everyone, but as I've said, I live in a house where my mom is a hoarder. You know, I can't wait to move out. But I think the kitchen is a place where it should be very minimal. You know, the food's put away and like, you know, chips stay out and stuff. But I think if I could, I would go into my kitchen and throw away everything. Like a bag that has like 2 chips left, I'll throw it away. Something that really irritates me because it's so cluttered is our like Tupperware drawer, because we have so many different kinds and the lids never fit. Because you can't figure out which one goes on which one. Ooh. So I just want to throw them all away and start fresh and get like 10 Tupperware jars and just leave it at the 10.
Yeah, that sounds like perfect. That is my favorite thing ever to do, is to have a fridge purging. And just literally, I love looking at all the expiration dates. And as soon as I see it's been expired, it's going in the trash. Like, I just love getting rid of all of it, because I think that's another goal of mine, is to be able to open up that fridge and physically see something that you want to eat. Yep. Like whenever I open up the fridge, I don't want to eat anything. Yeah. Why do I have the stuff in my fridge? There's no reason. And so it's like, I want to be able to get a bunch of stuff or food or snacks or whatever, or like things that I can make that I can easily see and make it accessible and be like, hey, I can easily make that with this, and here we go.
And I think that that's like my big issue, is our fridge is just always full of expired food. But my mom always says, she says, I'll eat it. I know. I just want to be able to see what is in there and see what's in front of me that I can eat. Yeah. And there's nothing.
I really want to buy, you know, those very aesthetic looking fridge stocking videos. I love those so much.
I love the ones that are like, you like pull it out and it's one that spins, but it like comes out so you could see everything and it spins. But I want to get like all of those so it's easy to see everything and stock everything. The little egg ones where you take one out and it slides down.
Yes. That's so I want to get like the drink containers, like you're going into a freaking 7-Eleven and you just like get a drink and then the next one pops out. Yeah. Oh, I want to get those so bad. So, and I do have a lot of drinks because I like getting Celsiuses or getting like poppy drinks, and I want to be able to have little drink containers. So,
because then it makes it kind of fun too. Yeah. You know,
and being able to like restock it would be very exciting. Yeah. Ooh, okay. That's what I gotta hop on. I gotta do that this year. One thing that I think is both very important and I guess super deep we can get into is storing memories that pretty much also don't serve you anymore. And I mean, there's many things you can go along with this, but like this year, for example, with all the holidays, every year, like we have always been the type of people who will have a huge holiday party, having all our friends come over. And like those are fun memories that like I want to keep along with. But I think about how you can't just redo those memories every year. Yeah. Like those memories served its purpose years ago. It was so fun. But then this year Christmas comes and it's like we didn't have a Christmas party this year. And I have to understand that you're not going to do the same thing every year. Like you're not going to have the same excitement every year. You're not going to have the same friends every year. And you can't just keep holding on to like those memories, you know? Obviously you can cherish those memories and they were like super fun in the time and stuff, but I feel like you can't just hold on to wanting to repeat and redo them every single year. That's when it gets a little bit like unhealthy, I guess. Yeah. It's like, I gotta redo this because we did it last year, so we gotta do it again this year. It's like you can make your own memories, your new memories each year. That's true. You don't have to just try and like repeat everything and hope it will be the same as last year, because it really won't. Yeah. And I feel like that's something going back along with our Europe trip. We talked about like how our Europe trip was so amazing. Yep. So fun. And we bring back how we just want to do it again so bad. But I tell her, like I tell Teddie, I'm like, we will not have the same people on our trip. We may not even have the same tour guide. We may not see the places the same way that we did before. So like we will not relive those memories a second time.
Yeah, and it might like ruin the first memory because we had such a good trip that we have this expectation and the expectation might not be up there.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for, was expectations. Decluttering the expectations every year. Like that you're gonna experience it the same this year. Like you're not.
That's really good. I was kind of thinking when you said like decluttering like your memories and everything, I feel like I'm someone who holds on to like either like bad moments or like embarrassing moments, and I think about them, and like any little thing that reminds me about them, I'm like, oh, and it just like stresses me out. So I think that that's good to just kind of like let go, and like it's a new year, and even like if it happened last month, like it's a new month, it's a new week, it's a new day, just start fresh. No need to drag it on and think about it your entire day.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love that, because I will be like, I'll be in bed at night and I'll be thinking about something I did when I was in high school. Yeah. And I'm like, why? There is no reason why that should just crawl up in the back of my brain. What I think about every time that happens, I literally think of the Inside Out movie, and I think about somebody pressing that button and just popping in that DVD real fast, and that's why it's playing in my brain.
Wow.
That's what I think about, because there's nothing that I did like that time and place to why I should have thought of like this random moment in my life. So it's so weird.
Yeah, that reminds me of, there was a SpongeBob episode where they were like going in his brain and they were looking through all the files and they started setting everything on fire and like I forget what they were like looking for, but
I don't remember either,
because I always get that one confused with like the one where he has the song stuck in his head and they're in there like trying to find a different song or something. Burn all the old memories that don't serve you anymore.
Yeah, we gotta light those memories on fire and burn them in our brains.
Get rid of those. Start new.
Our last thing that we will bring up is the obvious choice of decluttering, is your space. So we can say like your room, obviously keeping your room clean, whatever, but we can go like in details. I, for example, want to clean out my makeup drawer. There are so many things I do not use. So many. And that drawer is absolutely full. I can't even shut it at sometimes. And there's no reason for me to have, like I said in last episode, like there's no reason for me to have 20 lipsticks when I like just one specific shade. Other things could be your like bathroom drawers having so many different like hair products, so many different, absolutely anything.
Yeah.
That's something to go through.
That just like stressed me out. I was like, oh my God, my bathroom drawers.
Because
there's like stuff in there from like 2012 probably.
Yes. I did declutter like some stuff I think a year ago, and I saw a lot of things like hairspray, hair oils, a lot of things were expired. And I didn't even know hair products can get expired. But that's something to go through. Even your own like closet. And I think that's something everybody loves to do, is like purge their closet every year. And I have always been the type of person that I will be like, that doesn't fit me right now, but it will fit me like later.
Yep.
And I need to be the person that's like, if I cannot wear this right here and now, I am done with it. Like it's gone.
Like I can come back and buy something like this later. Buy something better later.
Yeah. That's what I want to be. I do want to clean up my closet. I always, whenever I do laundry, I always have so many clothes left over with no hangers. And I keep telling Austin, I'm like, how do we not have any more hangers? And he's like, it's because we buy clothes and we don't get rid of clothes.
Yeah.
So we always need more hangers. So it's like, I need to go through my closet. And if I cannot wear this like today, going somewhere, then I shouldn't even have it in my closet at all.
Yeah, that's smart. We only use like a little section of my closet, but the entire other side of my closet, it's like blocked off because my dress is there. But it's all stuff that I don't wear. And it's just taking up space that I can get rid of. But it is really just like taking the pictures of everything, like if you do want to sell it online, or just even getting all of the stuff, taking it to Plato's Closet. It's just a process.
It is. It's like a whole day, but you got to dedicate a day to do it. And I need to do that. I need to do that this week. I want to do that this week.
Me too.
Another one of my drawers that gets so cluttered up is my underwear and socks drawer.
Oh my gosh. You're just giving me so many ideas.
Because this may be a little TMI and gross, but some people like me will just have like the same pair of underwears and socks for many, many years.
Yes.
And I heard that you should be changing out your underwear like every so often. I don't know what the time is, but they say if you've had like a pair of underwear for maybe like a year or so, like you got to get a new one. Like you shouldn't be wearing the same one.
But it's like you wash it, so what's the issue?
I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know. I mean, this may be people just saying whatever, but that's what I heard. And I was like, no way, because I will just be carrying on all these things for years.
Wow.
But yeah, or even like when you're putting your socks away when you don't have matching pairs, get rid of them.
Okay, first of all, I hate doing laundry. Okay, this is a little story. I hate doing laundry, but I hate doing socks even more. Once I get the laundry, put it on my bed, finally put it away, the socks are left, and I stare at them, and I'm like, not today. This isn't happening today. But then I'm like, okay, I have a bag full of socks. I'm like, okay, I'm going to pour them all out and I'm going to put them all together. And there's still, after I put them all together, there's still a full bag of mismatched socks that I think I'm going to find one day. And I keep them. I think I need to throw away all of my socks and just get brand new ones that are all the same brand and I know that they go together.
Yeah, that is what I did. Recently I got multiple of the same brand. So whenever I am doing my laundry, it is so easy for me to find pairs. It's so nice.
I need to do that.
So that's something.
See, I wish I could just like throw away everything and just restart. Like I wish I had that kind of money to just give it all away and just have like, even just like a brand new wardrobe. Which, like, I love the stuff that I already wear, but, like, just to start new and be like, okay, I need 2 pairs of leggings, I need 2 pairs of jeans, 20 shirts.
Yeah.
You know, just to keep it simple. We hope that some of our decluttering topics can help you in your own life, and you can declutter your entire life this month. To start the year.
Get it all out of the way and start fresh. Have everything, all the stress, all the to-do lists out of your mind and be able to have an amazing 2024.
Keep a clean space and a clean mind. You know?
I like that. Clean space, clean mind.
Yeah. That's going to be my motto for this year.
Yeah, I love that.
But if you come over to my house and my room is a mess, I never said that.
Be like, listen to episode number 10 of the Quirky Cast.
I will be listening to this episode every single day of my life to make sure my life stays decluttered. And you can too.
Yeah. Whenever you're thinking of what should I do this week to help make my life a little bit better, listen to episode 10 of the Quirky Cast.
Yeah. We hope you enjoyed this episode. We have some really fun topics coming up for this year. I can't wait. I know we say this every episode, but like, we kind of planned them out, or you did.
I went through one day and I planned out all of them for this like year pretty much. We will say our Europe trip that we have been talking about for this whole podcast time will be coming up this month. So I'm so excited to kind of like refresh our memories. We're going to be watching our old YouTube videos. That's what I'm going to be doing, at least to like get my memories set for everything we did. So we'll have a very fun story time for that coming up.
Yeah, I can't wait for that because I just want to go to Europe again so bad.
Yeah, me too.
We could travel down memory lane. We are not decluttering those memories, though.
No, those memories will stay in my brain forever.
Yeah, me too. Well, that is it. We hope you all enjoy it. And we are
the Quirky Cast.
Bye.